Good morning. We're from Miami, beautiful Coral Gables. Summer is coming. I can feel it. Near 100 degrees in the afternoon here in South Florida. So we're going to talk about a forehand today. Remember, I was talking about the grips, showing you the grips, the most common grips to start out players with the forehand. We're going to talk today about how to teach a forehand. According to my experience and knowledge, I think there are few things that we have to really take into account when teaching forehands. Very important for the future of the player. Personally, what I'm thinking when I'm studying at 3, 4, 5 years old, even 6 years old, I love to start out with two-handed forehand. So putting two hands in the racket of the player, facilitating the body rotation. Of course, they are still lack of strength, so I wanna make sure they have some strength when swinging the racket forward. But primarily, my objective is to teach shoulder rotation. Okay, by taking two hands, it's easier for the player. You don't have to say rotate your shoulders for a little one. They don't understand. They don't really care about it. They want to just go out and have fun and hit some balls. So using two hands to start out a kid will be very helpful for the future. Okay, grips. I love to start out a kid or adult beginner with an Eastern forehand. Eastern forehand. They shake hands, you know, we were talking about that in the previous videos. And I think it's the easiest grip to have a clean contact in front of the body with a flat face at contact. Facilitates, you know, the cleanness and the forward swing. Later on, of course, the kids, they might probably move the hand more towards semi-western grip. And I think it's easier to make the transition. If you already start out a kid with a semi-western, the probabilities are they're going to move even further down and it's going to become a western grip. So I like to start with the eastern grip. So then the swing. I love to teach the forward swing, the extension. I completely disagree with coaches, colleagues who, especially unexperienced coaches, teachers that they teach the so-called windshield wiper in early stages. I don't think they're gonna have a success with the forehand teaching this, because that promotes a quick, rapidly follow through without proper extension. Therefore, they will not have the penetration. Let me show you quickly what I mean by this. Is if we start the kids early on teaching the windshield wiper, this is what probably is going to happen. Yeah, they might get the ball with topspin over the net, but the ball is going to land very short on the court. And actually, there is probability to get tennis elbow. So from the baseline, especially hitting from deep back, if you want to get the ball deeper, you want to extend. So I want to teach that extension. So I have the kids, I'm the kind of old school guy, but I think it's still effective, to make a clean contact. So in front of the body, and I love to work in this stage, having my students, beginners, intermediates, extending the racket out to the target. So I don't want to see these guys finishing around here. Later on, that will become a more advanced technique to teach, to hit an angle shot or a topspin lob. Okay. Another issue is the stance. Wow, this is a big issue. Open stance versus square stance. Of course, when we talk about stances, how the player position themselves to hit. We talk about open stance, completely open stance, feet facing the net. Of course, with the body turn, with the weight in the right leg. Then we have a so-called semi-open stance, and then we have the square stance, and then we have the closed stance. And this is the least recommended teaching tool. I don't think this is appropriate, but I want to teach early on the square stance. So I want my players to move their feet and to put the front foot in front and then to transfer the body from the back leg to the front. Very traditional, very classic, old school, but I think this stance promotes movement, because if we have the kids standing and just doing this, they will not move their feet. And we are complaining and yelling at them. Move your feet, what are you doing? Turn sideways. And actually, the open stance for beginners or intermediate will probably cause this effect. The open, actually, upper body position. Since they believe they don't have to move the lower body. So everything starts with the legs. We are agreeing that. So use your legs. If we coaches tell people, move your feet, the power comes from the ground up. Teach students to move their feet first. And I think the square stance facilitates the body transfer, great balance, and the position of the feet prior to the swing. Okay, and the last aspect that I want to talk is about the follow through. If I'm teaching Eastern or hybrid, as I was describing in the previous video, it's a combination of between Eastern and semi-Western. I want to really promote a high follow through, right? Catching the racket with my left hand to promote balance, shoulders, and level, and good sense of control of the racket. I don't want to see this. You see the guys, some of the beginners. So once again, this is why I want to start the little ones with two hands to promote a clean and nice long follow through. I think these are the most important aspects of the forehand that I consider very important when teaching a beginner player. The grips, extension, stance, follow through, and last aspect is what to teach first. Topspin flat. I teach flat first. I want a clean contact, simple at the beginning. Later on I will teach, of course, topspin, getting under the ball, and so on. So I hope you enjoy this, and trust me, follow these tips and you're going to develop great forehands. And later on you can teach more sophisticated things, you know, this type of follow-throughs and the windshield wipers and so on. Thank you so much. I wish you the best. See you next time.